What's up, guys? Jason here, Beer, Bacon, and More, kicking off craft beer month. It's been a long year, but we made it to August, craft beer month. So we're kicking it off, Beer, Bacon, and More's kicking it off with a Midnight Brewery live session located out in Rockville, Virginia, off of 64. Man, what a day. Midnight Brewery. When I was at the expo a few weeks back, I found a couple of their beers and had already tried some of their beers. So these are the two I picked up at Wegmans. So I had the Rockville Red. It's an Irish red ale, and not my job. It's a Southern English brown ale. At the beer expo, I had the luxury of trying the New Beginning and the Head First Pale Ale, and the New Beginning Kolosh style beer. As far as their flagships go, it appears that they're really a smaller type brewery. Like they got one, an IPA called Pretty Mechanic. They got an oatmeal stout called Midnight Granite. Talked to some of the folks out there while I was at the expo, and so I am excited about this month. A lot of stuff going on in the Beer, Bacon, and More world, but for now, let's get this thing going. Let's try this Not My Job, the Southern English Brown Ale. It's 5% by volume, ABV, I'm sorry. I've had this before. That was really good, so I'm actually really excited to do this one live, because I had it with food and dinner, so, and I enjoyed it, so it's good two beers to put on a live session for you guys. The bottle reads, "The deep mahogany hue of this Southern English brown ale is a hint of what's in store for the drinker. Toffee and chocolate notes, and greet the nose and then the palate. This medium-bodied brew would pair well with roast pork, which, believe it or not, I had pulled pork sliders with this one. Hearty beef stewed or grilled steaks. So I know it's good with food, so I'm sure it's just as good without food." Thank y'all for tuning in this Monday night, keeping up with the show. It's going to be a good month for Beer, Bacon, and More. Got a lot going on. Craft Brew Fest, just a lot of different avenues. Saturday is going to be a big day for us here. So just stay tuned. You never know when we'll just pop out and go live. It's got a good smell. I can smell the toffee and the chocolate in that. The color, my lighting, but it's it's a reddish brown, so it's not a, I can still see through it. It looks like a dark brown, ruby color, so to speak. I smell the toffee and the chocolate in there. And I smelled that last time when I had it with food, so it's good stuff. Midnight Brewery is actually located out there, like I said, in Rockville, VA, off of 64. 2410 Granite Ridge Road in Rockville, Virginia. So if you ever want to kick it in the sticks, in the small hills, don't feel like driving all the way up to the mountains, this is a good brewery that is much on the outskirts. So the head on this was actually had a darkened color, and the smell, yeah, thick, average head. So I don't taste a whole lot of chocolate, right away. But the toffee notes, man, just they're in there dancing on my taste buds. I would say hint of chocolate. I give it an A. I like this. It's not it's not a porter per se. It's definitely not a stout, but it's like it's almost there. It is good enough. I can't say suffices because I would drink this on the normal, just like I would a porter or a stout. So, good stuff. And that's the Not My Job Southern English Brown Ale by Midnight Brewery. I almost don't want to drink it too fast because I want to savor it and enjoy it. But I know the show must go on. So the next up is the Rockville Red. That's an Irish red ale. And let me tell you, I've had this with the cheeseburger sliders that I made here at home, and it is red. So, like I said, I picked these both up in a Wegmans pack, craft pack. So it's one of those things where I didn't do them on the show, but it was they're good beers. I think one of the problems with the Midnight is they are in the outskirts out there, and while they are a great brewery, I've not personally been to their spot. They're well known, but I don't know that they're Hardywood. So please check them out. You owe it to thyself to check it out. Perhaps when you make your run out to Rockville, you can hit up the brand new Wegmans in the pump. Because everybody loves Wegmans down here in the good old RVA. I grew up with a Wegmans right down the street, so I knew how good it was. So there you have that red. And I mean, it's not like the color red, it's red. So, the head's a lot lighter on that. Obviously, it's not a brownish drink. is it utilizes caramel malts and earthy hops. So when you do smell this, the aroma initially is hoppy. It's 19 IBUs, so it provides for a full flavored beer. Caramel notes and a roasty finish makes this well-balanced beer a friend to burgers and barbecue and dessert. So you can have all the 5 courses and have a 6-pack of these, and you'll be doing all right. I didn't take a notice to when I drank these last time, but I never read the labels. So the irony of this is that I paired this, 2 burgers, sliders, and then I also paired the Not My Job to pulled pork sliders. There's a lot of irony going on there, and I'd lay my hand on the Bible and say the same thing. I didn't read these labels. I figured that a lot of what I've been trying to do is try these things before I go onto a live show, and I did that, and then I just paired them up, not having read the labels. So it's kind of coincidental irony type, because that's exactly what I had with these when I drank. I had pulled pork with Not My Job, and I had Irish Red Ale with cheeseburger sliders. So I'm back on track. I think it's really cool. I love when irony, when you go into certain situations, and irony irons itself out, so to speak. So we're at the Rockville Red. Obviously, the name comes from them being born and bred in Rockville. So this one here is 19 IBUs, where the Not My Job was 15 IBUs. Very, very low the hops, in this versus this. And I can smell the caramel, and then it kind of fades in by nose that it's got a little kick to it, like a baby mule IBUs. Yeah, the earthly hops and the caramel notes in this make it to be completely interesting. I remember sitting down and having done it the way I just explained to you with the pairing of food, and going, about the Irish Red Ale, and then I had the Not My Job the following night, and my initial reaction was, okay, Not My Job, that fits somewhere in my beer color wheel. So, but this does the trick, the Irish Red Ale. So, as far as giving it a grade, B plus rating, stay tuned for the new grading system. I got some people that are actually working on that for me, which is incredible. Because I've had yet to have a bad beer, and I have had a bad beer. It's called Budweiser, Bud Light, Milwaukee's Best, pretty much anything, Miller. So I've had some bad beers. Michelob Ultra. Yeah. You literally have no hair on your chest if you drink that. I'm just kidding. It's got nothing to do with it. So I've had bad beers. It just seems to fall on the more of the, Anheuser side of things, not the craft side of things. So, some would call me a crafty bastard. I don't know. I don't know what they would call me. But, So getting back to the point, solid B on this. Gotta quit doing that thing. I love the ums. It's a comfort thing for me. See? All about the show. I'm going to stop now. So, the Irish Red Ale, caramel, you can smell it. You can taste the hops and the caramel in it. All around good beer. So, once I get started, I cannot stop. So, I think I'm done. I almost did it there, but I caught myself. I almost did it again. So, thank you guys so much for tuning in and staying behind the Beer, Bacon, and More force. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate all the post-ups, all the brand new likes. It's great. I've spent the day being happy, just seeing the progress. And I know it's because of you guys out there who watch all this stuff. So, go ahead and stay tuned for the rest of August. We're going to be doing some great stuff. I think there's going to be some blind test tasting in here. I have to work on that because I got to get some people involved to be able to help me out with that. So blind taste testing. Don't know how good I'm going to be at it. Hopefully I can show off some of the skills that I've acquired over the last year of doing this. So I'm looking forward to it. Check out Beer, Bacon, and More if you haven't already. The Facebook page, the YouTube channel. Please check us out. We'd love to have you on the page. Love to hear from you. It doesn't have to be just beer. It can be food. You cook something with bacon. You don't cook something with bacon. You cook something really good. If you pour a bowl of Apple Jacks in the morning and you decide that you need bacon in those Apple Jacks, post it up. I love to see food. I love to share food. And I love craft beer and for Virginia craft local breweries and their beer. So, until next time, please stay tuned. I will see you guys real soon, probably Saturday. Y'all have a good night, everybody.